guess we're doing Spider-Man. Fuck it. With with Spider-Man, now we finally get to see how the world will truly not really react, but how it functions without the knowledge of Peter Parker. You know what I mean? I'm very curious to see
Yeah.
all of these characters who once knew Peter Parker interacting with Spider-Man. Because we haven't seen that yet. You know, No Way Home came out how long ago now? Like 4 or 5 years ago?
Uh, 6 years ago.
6 years?
Wait, no,
I think it
that's a
was.
lie. 4 years, 5 years ago.
I think it came out December 2021.
Yeah, I got confused for a second because I was thinking of 2019.
It's
Yeah, so yeah, yeah, 4.5, 5 years ago.
been a long time. Um, quick
But I
question.
agree. Yeah, go ahead.
I heard I heard that there. Do you know what the time jump is? Like the time setting for this movie? Like, it's
four
4 years.
years. Yeah.
So Ned and MJ are finishing up MIT.
hmm
Oh wow, wow, that's crazy.
And I kind of like that it's a time jump because, like, even in the trailer, it shows how much he's struggling. Not only with just Ned and MJ, but like also losing Aunt May.
Mm,
Literally, like the the fact that it's showing the repercussions of No Way Home is in the trailer. It's showing how effective it's being,
right.
um, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it seems like a lot's gonna be going on in this movie, and even with the time jump, going back to that, the in the trailer when we saw Punisher talking to him, like they have a relationship.
Yep.
Like it seems like they know each other, so I'm fine with that. That they don't need to they don't need to show us being like them two being introduced.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm sure we'll probably see some other people maybe uh that he knows, like including Daredevil. I hope.
Yeah.
uh,
I definitely think I think for the beginning of the movie, it probably will pick up where No Way Home left off, but then we're gonna get that montage over like what's
mhm,
been happening for the past 4 years, uh, and that's where we saw all the different villains in the trailer and everything, like Boomerang, Tarantula.
mhm.
I think Scorpion is gonna more so be a bigger villain of the movie, but yeah, four
I
year
agree.
time jump is that's gonna be very interesting. Do we know what year that is for the MCU?
It would be 28.
28.
Yeah, that's a
The Battle of Earth. I thought the Battle of Earth was like 2018, 2019.
yeah. It's complicated, but I saw somewhere that it was 28.
Damn. Yeah,
I don't
we'll
I
we'll,
don't think
we'll
we're gonna ever catch up.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. I gotta do some
Um,
research on that. Because, yeah, 28 is OD. But it does make sense, though, because they always try to have it, align with current times. Like, it's
yeah,
2026 now. So I get
but
it.
at the same time, uh, it probably won't matter uh soon, especially after Secret Wars, because maybe that will refresh everything back to the normal timeline.
Mm,
Um, so
mm. That's a good point. Yeah, I definitely think, yeah, Secret Wars would be a great opportunity just to sync up everything again. They'll probably do that.
all right, going based off of the trailer of Spider-Man, um, what were your thoughts and how did you feel about it? Like, what like were you did you like it and like what are just your overall thoughts?
So, for those that do not know, I did not watch the Spider-Man trailer. as soon as it came out on YouTube. I I waited because I was going to the movies with Albert and Foxen to go see, I almost said Dune, to go see Hail Mary,
I
and
know.
I knew that they were going to be playing the trailer for that, so I was like, you know what? This trailer should have been out 3-4 months ago. What's another 3-4 days of waiting? So, boom, get to
It
the
would have been funny
theater.
if they didn't show it.
Oh, I would have been so mad. I would have had the trailer on replay, yeah, on
Uh,
repeat during the movie.
yeah.
uh, nah, but boom, get to the theater, start playing the trailer. It starts off crazy. Dude is just sitting upside down. Like, okay, we are already in it. So the trailer was good. I was it definitely did get me hyped, but I do have to talk about the one negative, and I feel like one of the only negatives that I've ever had when it came to like Spidey. Um, bro, I am not feeling this suit for Spider-Man, bro.
I think.
I do not like it.
See, that's tough. That's tough. Okay, okay.
For me, it's just like, okay, so the suit is very loose, and I'm not gonna say it looks raggedy, but it's a very different from what we've seen from Spider-Man so far. And I don't know, I can't entirely hate on it because, it's Spider-Man going back to his roots where he's completely by himself. So his suit kind of reflects, this moment in his life. So, I'm not entirely hating on it, but, the reason why I struggle with this is, back in 2016, Civil War, the very first suit that he had with the goggles and everything like that,
Mhm.
it's kind of like how it fits him for this new movie. But
Yeah.
the point I was trying to make is that the suit that Tony gave him, fucking fire, fucking like really tight, like fits very well. And then from that point on, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, Far From Home, No Way Home, dude has had like over five,
Oh, so many.
maybe
Yeah.
close to 10 other suits that were all fire.
Yeah.
And they all like fit him pretty well. But this one, he's falling down the sky, and you can see the suit like kind of flapping.
Yeah.
It's different,
I so
so
so I do kind of like the flapping because it um because it reminded me of Andrew, like that opening scene where he's diving in TASM
yeah,
2.
yeah,
Um, but I know where you're coming from. My only defense to it is that he made it himself. That's the
yeah,
only thing I can say. And
yeah.
that's the only thing I can say. Like, but I do understand what you mean. Like it is looser. And it doesn't look like it's like compared to his other suits, obviously, like the other ones were like my favorite one. We're gonna talk about at the end. We're gonna rank the suits at the end.
Yeah.
Um, I definitely want to do that, but I do like this suit. The only thing I don't love about it is the eyes. I feel like it's a
Hmm.
little too thick, the black part, like
Yeah.
the eyeliner.
Yeah.
um, but I love the colors, dude. The
The colors are
I
true.
love the
They're
design. I
traditional.
love the design, like the color and like the design, like where the red and blue is and the symbol.
Hmm.
Um, hopefully, maybe it'll look a little different while we watch the movie. Um,
Yeah.
excuse me, but I do. It just pops so much, and
It's very
like the scene
vibrant.
where he's very and the fact that like the scene where like he's on the tank and stuff, like it looks really good to
Hmm.
me. But um, or even like in the slow mo when they're doing like the shots of him against the villains,
Hmm.
that looked kind of sick. And yeah, man, I'm hyped, yo. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, like I
This
mean,
movie, but yeah, I know what you mean. Like the suit, um, like you said it best. Like it is a reflection of where and what he's going through right now.
Yeah, and
Um,
I think with that, like, because honestly, like, I didn't even have that particular thought in my head until we started talking about it on the podcast. Like, okay, even though it is, a little bit lesser quality than what he's had, but you know what? Like, no shit, because all the other fucking suits that he had was from billionaires, bitch. Like,
tailor made.
yeah, for real. And then this dude is making it in his apartment that he's having like a struggle just paying rent in.
Yeah.
So honestly, it's just because of that makes me feel a lot better, and I understand it way more. So now, yeah, now I'm feeling a lot better about it. So I'm ready to like give that slack for sure. It just fits well with the story very well. So
Yeah. Yeah.
um
What are your other thoughts on the?
so that was the only negative thing I've had about the trailer. The first time watching it, I was trying to keep an eye out for Sadie Sink's character because she's rumored to play Jean Grey that we were hoping for. I did not want her as MJ 2.0.
Yeah.
As Gwen Stacy. Gwen Stacy would have been cool too, especially if like she dyed her hair blonde. I could totally see her killing that role. Um,
Yeah. I
but
agree.
Jean Grey is a fucking big deal. Omega level fucking mutant.
I think
Like,
uh I think that like obviously it is she is Jean Grey. Like
mm-hmm.
she is.
It's perfect
But
casting.
that's what I'm saying. Like she is I'm not gonna say the only actor that could play her, but that big of a name, you have to put her on a big name character.
Correct.
And
Correct.
Jean Grey is a huge part of the mutant saga.
Yes.
Um, and I am not mad at the choice that they had for Sadie Sink. That means that we're gonna see Jean Grey grow as a character. The
Mm-hmm.
fact that they chose a younger actress. Um,
Yeah, that's very exciting. And like I said, I didn't see her in the first trailer, and I even asked you guys in the theaters. I'm like, "Yo, was Sadie like in the trailer?" And she was like, "She was,
yeah,
but she wasn't." And I'm like, "Okay."
yeah,
So, seeing it the second
and
time, it's very easy to catch that somebody was transporting their consciousness into different people and shit in that
mhm.
one scene, which is probably Jean, but we don't know yet. Um, I'm
That's my assumption. That's the only thing I could think of because I mean I don't see why they would show a villain doing that. Because I think the main villain is either going to be like Scorpion or the Hand, um,
mm-hmm.
and if there was another character, another villain that had those powers, I feel like that would take away from like it would just be way too much going
Mm-hmm.
on. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that would be an addition to her being Jean. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I could be wrong. Um, but that is my assumption. I think that I think that she's trapped and she's using these people to get out.
Mm-hmm. Yo,
Uh,
I guarantee you too, she's gonna go as far to mess with people's minds like Punisher and maybe even Hulk, dude.
yeah, I can see
Like,
that. And then maybe that turns into Rage Hulk.
yes. And
So
she obviously Jean Grey's not a bad person, but she's gonna know that she fucked up, and she's gonna have to work with, DD, Spider Man, Punisher to
and who
subdue the
knows? Like
Hulk.
this could be maybe this is just Jean Grey like still figuring out her powers. Maybe she doesn't even know how strong she is. So maybe
Mm.
that's why it looks like she's a villain, but um we'll come to find out that like she's just this is a young Jean. So like she's aware of her powers, but she just doesn't know exactly. Like at the end of the day, even in the original X-Men movies, she still was struggling with her powers
Mm-hmm.
and learning from Professor X, and she was already grown at that time.
Yeah.
So, um,
Do you
yeah,
if Jean's in this movie, do you think we see like Professor X at the end? Yo, we have to see Professor X or like Doom at the like post credit scenes for this movie. Like it's got to be something.
I don't think we'll get any other X-Men. But I do think there's a big. The movie is either gonna end or have a post-credit scene that ties in to Secret Wars or
Okay.
Doomsday.
Mm.
What's like something like that, something involving Doom and like the multiversal and um, because that they because these characters have to be in Secret. I mean, Sadie Sink's already casted in Secret Wars,
Yep. Yeah, I mean
so
that was probably
that
the biggest clue that she was Jean and not like
yeah
MJ or something.
yeah, and then I'm assuming Spider-Man's gonna be in it because A, he's not in Doomsday, and two, it's his movie where Jean Grey's gonna be brought in. Why wouldn't he be in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
And plus, the whole Doom being played by RDJ and the connection to Tom Holland's character and RDJ, so like he has to be in Secret Wars. We have to see Peter see Doom with RDJ's face.
Oh yeah.
So,
And Secret
um,
Wars is when the black suit comes into play
mhm,
as well.
yeah,
So
maybe the movie ends with him getting the symbiote. It
that
finally gets to him,
that would
and then
totally
the post
satisfy
credit
me.
scene is a scene from either Doomsday or what brings them into Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
um,
like we said on the last pod, like they have to write the story. They have to make it so somehow it makes sense that Spider-Man is not going to be in this next Avengers film
yeah,
because he's when it comes to the Avengers, he's way too important. Doesn't matter that nobody knows who the fuck Peter Parker is. Everybody knows who Spider-Man is, and
exactly.
that was Iron Man's prodigy. So you need him
Mhm.
on the team.
Yes, and on top of that, it's not like you literally like just like you said, like people forgot who Peter was. Everything that happened to this point where Spider-Man is, all that stuff still counts. It's
Yep.
just that people just don't know his identity.
Mm-hmm.
So like he was there at Civil War, he was there for Infinity War, Endgame. Like he was still there. It's just that all those scenes with him without a mask, just picture him with a mask. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, really quickly, I saw New Rockstars because, of course, I was watching their trailer breakdown. It was at a part of the video where he was talking about the spell that Doctor Strange did, and
Yeah.
he was talking about if only people on Earth were affected by it, but his theory is that the entire universe was affected by it because you got some people that were on Earth for that battle that left the planet by the time No Way Home happened. So Carol Danvers, you know, she knows who Peter Parker is and she's seen his face because she took the Infinity Gauntlet from him, or I should say the Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet. The Guardians, they've seen his face. So
Yep.
there's like a good amount of characters that like, you know,
I mean, technically everybody did, especially at
the
the
funeral.
funeral.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's just a shit ton of characters that went off planet uh before the events of No Way Home. But they're probably still going to be affected by the spell too. It just makes it's probably just just so much easier for the story too.
Yeah, I
So,
agree.
which is
I feel
fine.
like it would make more sense for every single like everyone in the universe to not know who he is.
Yeah.
Um,
That's fine.
I I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see the whole uh interactions with like MJ and Ned. Like I wonder how they're gonna
Mm,
figure it. Like we could see that they're trying to figure out who he is,
mm-hmm.
and that like that's the whole point. You know, they wouldn't have done that No Way Home where she's like, I'm gonna figure it out. They wouldn't have put that line in if they weren't gonna like try to fix that at the in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Not that they have to solve it in this movie, but the fact they have to show that she's trying or
Yeah.
trying like she knows that something's missing. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Especially having the necklace too. So like,
Mm-hmm. Facts. That gave me goosebumps, man. That shit. That's a yeah. That's I'm tuned into that story, and we we really needed like a well-grounded story about Peter Parker, cause Spider-Man. It started to get a little crazy. Like even in his second movie, they were talking about multiverse stuff, and we weren't even there yet. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Mysterio was talking about that he was from a different universe and everything, and
yeah,
which ended up not being the case. But in the second film of Spider-Man, and they're talking about multiverse stuff. In the third film, there is multiverse stuff. Like it's kind of crazy. Like this is just a
yeah,
dude from New York, and he's dealing with
exactly.
all these crazy things. But bringing it
So
back
there's
is just
yeah,
such a
no,
good idea.
I agree.
Oh shit.
There's two things I wanted to bring up.
Mm.
Um, a or one. uh, one. Do you think they're gonna like mention or show anything involving the Thunderbolts movie, like what happened with the Void? Because it happened in New York.
So yeah, so for Thunderbolts, I'm trying to even think where that fits in the timeline too. Because you have the events that happen in the movie, and then 18 months after that, they were showing like the Fantastic Four's spaceship going into or coming into the Earth's orbit. So,
Yeah.
um,
I think,
I think they'll mention it, but probably not dive too deep into it.
or maybe yeah, maybe you're right. Like maybe it takes place after this movie, and that would probably make more sense as to why Peter's not there, I guess. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I have no idea.
I do
But
believe, I do
it would
believe
be
the.
cool.
Here, go ahead.
No, I was about to say it would be cool though to see uh like a scene from that, like him trying to save people and they're just like disappearing.
Shadows, yeah, because you have to wonder where the hell Spider-Man would be. I mean, that's what I was thinking during the movie. Like he's there, but then again, it is New York. New York is huge, and it's very probable that Spider-Man was off fighting somebody else during that time too. So
That's true.
who knows? I do think that they'll name drop it though, or you know what? I can even see like during the montage of like the time skip montage. She's like, yeah, like even when I fell into that black bottomless pit into my worst nightmares, that was weird.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, and then go on to the next thing. I feel like they'll address
I
it.
would,
Like,
yeah, like
how
imagine
can they
like he
not?
got void. Imagine he got voided, and like I wonder what like he saw.
He's
Like,
probably just May dying, bro,
yeah, that's true. That's terrible.
just over and over again.
Her dying, Tony dying, everyone dying,
Fuck that. Yeah, yeah. Damn. Kid's been through some
and
shit, man.
dude, and that's don't even get me started. It was, but the second thing I was gonna bring up, which I forgot, um, Yeah, I forgot what it was. Completely forgot what it was. Um, it'll come back to me though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, damn. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hype, yo. This trailer got me so excited. Oh yeah, now I remember.
Mm.
Let's talk about the whole organic webs like man spider thing.
Oh
We
yeah,
haven't even talked about that.
dude is mutating, bruh.
Yeah.
That and oh shit, what was it? I texted you guys this too. What was it? What was it? What was it?
Was it about Jean Grey?
It was about Jean Grey. It was just something about mutants, and that's why it's like kind of the incursions. The
Yeah, yeah,
incursions
yeah.
are activating mutant DNA inside of everyone that has it. I
Yeah.
love that theory. I think that theory is fucking fire because it would explain why there's no mutants because their mutant gene is all dormant, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the recent incursions that's been happening that we know of, now that's kind of activating, these dormant genes inside of these people. I just think that just fits with the story so well because it's really hard to try and explain why the fuck there's no mutants inside the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like that just straight up does not make sense until you
I
make
agree.
it make sense.
Yeah. I agree 100%. Um, the only confusion I would have, I still want them to do that, which would be great, is these few mutants that we have as of right now. How did they become like I mean like how did if this is Jean and like how
Mm,
did she break that
right.
before the or yeah maybe maybe these incursions are yeah like you said like are they already happening or are we like maybe she's like the first one that is feeling it um maybe because she's that powerful. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's why she's already using her powers. But we also have uh Namor and we
Yes.
also have Kamala Khan
And we
as
have
well.
Kamala.
But
Yep.
I feel like that hers were activated by the Bengals.
Yes. I agree with that.
So actually, you know what? Maybe I'm overthinking it. Um, I do hope that they do what you just said, because that would make perfect sense, and that would be an easy way to answer that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I need more mutants, dude, and I can't wait for freaking Doomsday. I don't even want
Dude.
to get sidetracked with that, but
Yeah, yo.
um,
Oh my god.
the whole man spider thing with Spider-Man, it's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know, like, I'm for it. I just don't. I just don't know how, like, what is happening to him. I don't know. Is it because of like he's so stressed and like depressed, or
Mm-hmm.
is it because it's just part of the Spider-Man process?
Mm-hmm.
Um, or yeah, like I don't know what it is. Are they considering saying that Spider-Man is a mutant? Um,
Mm.
it's interesting. I do hope though. I hope that he's not like that permanently. I hope that he goes back to being able to create his own or like his own webbing
Mm-hmm.
because that's it's like I'm like conflicted between both. Like it would make sense that he has organic webbing because he's an actual Spider-Man. Like he's actually a spider like guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last thing he needs to be a full Spider-Man. But at the same time, the whole point is that like it shows his intelligence of creating his own webbing, and that's just like his story. Um, and that's what like adds to like like for the moments that he like runs out and like he has to depend on his like spidey senses and like stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
We'll
it's
see.
interesting. Like, yeah, like also that scene that they showed in the trailer with his like the eyes black.
Yeah, what do you think
Um,
is happening during that scene?
I don't know. I I feel like he's reaching like his full. I don't think they're like because in the animated series he does turn into like a man spider. He has like four extra arms.
Mm.
I don't see them doing that. I kind of don't want them to.
Mm.
The black eyes is fine for me. Um, maybe he's just like a even stronger. He's like he's losing control.
Mm.
Um, like he turns more into like a rage monster and has no control. Like he's almost like Hulk.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like he's just stronger. He's reckless. Um, and another thing I noticed is like he didn't have his mask on when he was fighting the hand. So
In the
like in that
prison?
where he breaks the sword, yeah,
Yeah.
like he didn't have his mask on. So like,
Well,
do
the
they know
webs
who he
also
is?
came out of his wrist too. Not no fucking shooters in that scene as well.
Yeah. So yeah, so like his eyes turn black in that scene too. So like, um, do the hand know who he is and who is like behind all that, like with the hand,
Mm-hmm.
and just like why is his mask off? Like, is he just not? Because that's a lot of people. Unless he kills all of them, like like which is possible, I guess, because he's at that point. Um,
Maybe Frank would kill them all instead.
that
Not
too,
not
maybe.
Pete. What I
Yeah.
saw, which was interesting, it was in the trailer breakdown. I think New Rockstar said um that entire sequence, because you bring up a great point, like his mask is off when he's fighting against all these guys. So I think what he said was, it could be a sequence where it's not even real, and maybe Jean Grey
Mm,
is putting it in his mind. Maybe like she's like trapping Spider-Man in his mind somehow, and he's trying to fight his way
yeah.
out.
You know what? I like that. I like that. That. So not to cut you off. I'm sorry, but
No, 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 you're good.
um, that gives me a great idea. Like, not idea, but like more thoughts about it because um, that would make perfect sense. That is Jean. You know what I mean? Like it's she's capable of fucking with people's mind. She's low key Wanda.
Yeah,
Um,
facts.
uh, so it's so sick that she's Jean.
Dude, I'm telling you, I guarantee you, she's gonna be messing with Punisher's mind because Punisher. It just first of all, if
He's
he
trauma. He's dealt with his own shit. You know.
exactly with his daughter and everything, bro, that was his baby girl, and he has a connection with any. If I bet you, Jean Grey is gonna remind him of his own daughter, and if that's the case, he's gonna do everything that he can to fucking save her.
Yeah.
So, but I do think that Jean is gonna play with his mind a little bit to have him save her, and I do think that she's gonna overdo it by going after the Hulk, and she's gonna fuck up, and Hulk's gonna go crazy, and she's gonna be like, you know what? I made a mistake. I'm gonna work with you guys to, get him under control. No, the fact that Sadie Sink is, I'm just very happy for her because not to beat a decomposing fucking horse, but Stranger Things, the last season was definitely a disappointment.
Yeah.
Um, and and just with Sadie being a part of that project, this is the best way that she can bounce back. Like, well, we already talked about it, but like we were very excited to see where Sadie's career was gonna bring her because she was definitely the most talented, like top talented people of that cast, especially when it came to the kids for Stranger Things. Um, And even back then, we were speculating on who she was because we heard that she had a role in not only Spider-Man but in Doomsday and Secret Wars as well, or Secret Wars. And if you're that big, you have to be a big character like a fucking mutant. So the fact that we're like 99% sure at this point that she's Jean Grey, and I'm just very excited to see what's going to be happening in the future.
Yeah. Because she's obviously like rogue right now. Not rogue, but on her own.
Like Rogue in the trailer and the bus.
Yeah. Oh God.
That was not Rogue, ladies and gentlemen. That was
and,
not Rogue. They would
but
not.
the fact that they made her look so much like Rogue is crazy.
I think they did that on purpose to be like, hey, look, this looks like a mutant, but it's not her. But there is going to be a mutant in the movie, though.
Yeah.
I think that's
that's
a nod to that. Has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah. I'm yeah, like you said, like I'm hyped that she got this part, and I'm hyped that they're doing a young X-Men. Because it's just better to have a longer story, like have these younger actors play these characters who are gonna be running the whole saga. And like now that we're finally getting X-Men, we don't want them for a short period of time. We want to see them like become the leaders that we've seen, and like we want to see beginning to end.
Yep.
It's gonna be very interesting to like obviously they're casting young people to play the like the X-Men, but like the only thing I'm like curious about is the casting for Professor X and Magneto. Because especially if they're sticking to like the storyline, with Magneto being coming from the Holocaust,
Yeah.
that's gonna be tough because he would be mad old right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're gonna change that, or they gotta do something, or do that like because of his powers he doesn't age that much. That I can see that being a thing. But they're gonna need to do something about that. Not to dig too deep into X-Men right now, but yeah, I'm hyped out. Like she is Jean. We're 99% sure.
Oh yeah.
And I think in the long run, it would be a huge ally for Spider-Man. I mean, we're gonna get that interaction, which is pretty sick. I'm not against having all these characters in the Spider-Man movie. That is how the Spider-Man series was back in the day.
Yeah.
Every single episode, there was a different character showing up. Punisher was in it. Blade was in it.
Yeah.
Everybody, dude. He has so many different villains. That's the sick thing about it. It never ends. He's constantly dealing with something. That's what makes Spider-Man so dope, is because he's dealing with other, like, not only the Spider-Man stuff, but the Peter stuff as well. At the same time. So he has to try to... That's why he's one of my favorite characters. Not one, but he is my favorite character. Because there's so many dynamics to this character. And, like, the fact that he's dealing with all this stuff and still being a great hero...
Yeah.
shows a lot in his character.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's able to lead the Avengers at some point and continue doing, like, even like with his struggles, he's low key like he's like Cap. Like Cap doesn't know how to do the wrong thing.
Yep.
That's how Spider-Man is.
Facts.
So as much as it's frustrating sometimes that he makes these, like, he doesn't want to kill somebody, but like he does the right thing. Like, even though he almost crossed that line in No Way Home, but
yeah.
But he needed that moment though with Toby to be able to grow as Spider-Man.
Yeah. I agree. Ah, God. This dude has nobody. Like, nobody Oh my god.
And that's that him not having anyone is making him such a strong character.
Mhm.
Not like power wise, but like just I don't know what the word is, but like it means a lot for him to go through this.
Mhm.
And it's gonna I hope that they find a way to show that in the future. Like they
Mhm.
have to continue making these movies of seeing how Peter grows and Spider-Man grows, so that way all of this pays off in the long run,
Mhm.
even after Secret Wars.
Do you think Tom
And
Holland is still going to be Spider-Man after Secret Wars?
what I'm afraid, I think what I'm afraid of is that like how he's mentioned that he at some point would like to pass it on,
Mhm.
but because he's so young, I will like him to play. Like I would hope and love for him to be like the Spider-Man version of Hugh Jackman.
That would be sick.
Cause I would like to see him be Spider-Man because he's still in his college phase now. The fact that he's in college phase, um, and then like I want to see him be in the Daily Bugle. I want to see him grow up even more, and then at some point pass it along to Miles, or have
Mhm.
Miles be uh, alongside him at one point, and then Peter is no longer the main Spider-Man, but he's still there for Miles as a mentor,
Mhm.
and that's how. And then at some point, if you do have to kill him off, I guess you could do that.
Yeah.
But my assumption is that he'll probably be with MJ again, and they could have Mayday,
Mhm.
their daughter. So
Yeah, I think I
that would
I
be a send off. And it's like kind of
it'd be so good.
how Steve Rogers lived his like he didn't die. He just went into the sunset,
Yep.
which I hope they do with Spider-Man.
Yeah. That would be a perfect way to send off that character. And what I think that they're going to do is, I think after Secret Wars for the first Spider-Man movie, Miles is going to be in Secret Wars. He's going to play a big part of that. And whenever they recreate the universe, Miles is going to be a part of that. Uh, like he's just going to be a part of it. So I think for the first movie after Secret Wars, that's for Spider-Man. It's going to be Miles and Peter, where Peter's the mentor. Miles is kind of learning the ropes. Maybe by the second movie, maybe Peter is not available, so it kind of just depends on Miles, but maybe Peter comes in to just help him out. Um, but yeah, I do think that he's gonna pass the mantle to Miles 100% because Pete's gonna have a family, and he's just he just can't do it anymore. So
Yeah, yeah. Spider-Man's awesome. Spider-Man's the goat.
the goats. Do you
Like I there's just so much that they could do with this character. I know there's so much more going on in the MCU, but Spider-Man's just he is Marvel, dude.
Yeah,
Like he really is.
he's the face of it. Ever
Um,
since Tony died, he's been the face for sure.
yeah.
That's why I don't know how he's not in fucking Doomsday. But
I know.
honestly,
I
I
think
think
it, but low
Doomsday's
key,
just gonna be so crazy where like he can't be in it even if
I,
he wanted to.
I that's exactly what I think. I think that it's gonna be so insane, and the fact that we're having all the X Men. This is an X Men movie,
Mm,
and I think it's gonna mean more for Spider Man to be in Secret Wars because that's gonna hit harder. Because if he shows up in Doomsday and sees like, it's gonna take away from like, not take away, but the fact that people are ready for Doomsday because of X Men,
mm,
and then if you throw Spider Man in, it's not gonna mean as much.
mm,
Like I'm assuming some of the X Men will die in Doomsday, and then, um, because that moment that we get with Spider-Man and him seeing Tony, Tony's face, that has to hit. They can't fuck that up, and I think they know that.
Yeah.
So they can't have any distractions with all these like legacy characters.
Yep.
So yeah, that's why I think they're holding him off for Secret Wars.
When it comes to, do you have any crazy Spider-Man predictions? Kind of going back to our original topic here.
What are yours? You go first.
I think, I think Jean Grey being in the movie is a very appropriate theory / prediction. We've been saying that for a minute now, especially since Sadie Sink. I do think the symbiote will make an appearance at some point.
Sorry, repeat that again.
I think the symbiote will make an appearance at some point.
I agree. Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. I agree
Well,
with that.
where did Eddie Brock pop up in the MCU when he got transported to 616? Wasn't he on the West Coast?
I think, yeah, he was. He was somewhere. Actually, no, I think he was like in Mexico or like something like that. He was like in an island.
Somewhere, yeah. I was thinking like California or like, yeah, Mexico, like you said.
I think he is in Mexico. I'm gonna go with that, but I could be wrong. If he's on the West Coast, that's also a possibility. Um, I do. No, yeah. You know what, bro? So yeah, I think I agree with you. I do think. No, I know the black suit is gonna happen by the end of the movie,
Okay.
or like I think the movie will end with him, not realizing that it got attached to him, but like let's say he's just like the movie, like he beat the bad guy, blah blah blah, everything's resolved, and the movie ends with him like walking away and like you see the symbiote jump on him, and that's how it ends. That's it. Because
That would be so hard. Oh my god.
because I know because think about it, dude. It's been 4 years. That's enough time for that fucking thing to travel all the way over there.
Oh yeah. Holy shit. I didn't even think about that yet. Just because of how long it's been. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Pete's getting the symbiote
It's
by the end of
happening.
this movie. Yeah.
It's happening.
Totally.
So, I could see. I hope that it ends like that because I don't want to. Obviously, one, I don't want to see the suit yet. Two, it's a great cliffhanger. Uh, because the next time we see him, or maybe the post credit scene is like it ends like it cuts the way I just said, and then like the post credit scene is like you see it starting to really attach to him, and then that's what the post credit scene is, but we don't see the suit, or or we just find out what happens in Secret Wars, kind of how like we got like that scene with him in Infinity War where he's on the bus, and that's how we see Peter again. Like we get it just cuts to Peter, blah blah blah, and then we see what happens. But yeah, I agree. We're getting the black suit, or we're getting the symbiote by the end of the movie.
And
It only makes sense.
The symbiote knows who Peter Parker is too.
100%.
100%. So I think he's gunning for him.
Yeah, the fact that the post-credit scene showed Eddie Brock, obviously from another universe, still Venom wanted him.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Venom really wanted him. Like
Yeah.
like licking the screen head ass wanting him.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah. And, like, that's how it has to attach with Peter. Because I am sure at some point we'll get Eddie Brock in this universe. And then we'll get an actual Venom. But that's also why, like, he didn't have that's why Venom never had the spider on his chest. Because he hasn't met Peter yet. Because that's how, in the comics, he attaches to Peter, and he gets the idea of getting the spider from his suit. So like,
Mm.
um, that's why obviously in the Venom movies there is no Spider-Man. That's why he hasn't had that yet. Um, but
Did you see Venom 3?
I did, yeah.
Was it good? Shit.
I
Sony.
it,
Sony, figure it
no,
the
I
fuck
know
out, nigga. God
the first one was
damn.
the best one, unfortunately.
Yeah,
The
Carnage.
second
I
one,
saw 1 and 2.
yeah, I was disappointed with the second one.
Yeah, Carnage. Carnage wasn't Carnage enough.
Carnage had to be rated R.
Yeah. His
You
name is
can't do a
Carnage,
Carnage
nigga.
exactly, and he's the worst of the worst.
Yeah, come on, bruh.
Um, and I wasn't mad at Woody Harrelson being the actor for
Mm-hmm.
it. I just think they didn't execute it correctly. He
Yeah.
looked great. Carnage looked great,
Yep.
but the whole storyline was like weird.
Yeah.
Um, Venom, the first Venom was the best one. That's the only one I really consider valid.
Mm. Did you know that Sony has a contract with Marvel that every 2 years that they have to put out a movie or a project so that they can keep the rights to Spider-Man?
Yeah,
So I just found that out recently. I'm like, oh my god, this is why they just don't quit, nigga, because
I know
the-
they don't have a choice. But when was the last one? When
it was one.
Madam Web, right?
No,
Oh,
fucking what's his
Craven.
face? Craven, yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch that?
I did not watch it.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna watch it, and I was gonna wait to see how you felt about it. If you liked it, I
Yeah.
was gonna watch it, but dude,
They just gotta stop making movies, yo. I'm not
dude,
even kidding. It's like I think you and me could make a better one.
we probably could. Like the last
Like
movie, I
with
think,
our own effects.
with our own
uh,
webbing.
yeah.
Yo,
But
I think the last movie that people liked that was Sony was maybe the Amazing Spider-Man 2 or 1.
yeah, maybe Spider I liked TASM too. Um that I really like the Andrew Garfield movies because it's a completely different take on Spider-Man and
Mhm.
the emotional burden and taxation that he went through, especially like with him dealing with because him and Gwen's relationship is what carries that whole storyline
Mhm.
and what I appreciate the most out of the whole two movies.
Mhm.
Um, because also the payback that we get in No Way Home. So I mean, it's yeah, and it was just so different than Toby's as well, like the feel of it,
Yeah.
uh, which I liked.
There were a lot of good
Um,
things about the movie. I out of the three guys, Toby, Andrew, and Tom, I feel like Andrew handled being Spider-Man the best.
mm-hmm,
Toby handles being Peter Parker the best, and then Tom Holland does the best at being both.
mm-hmm. I agree. I agree because yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I feel like I love each one of them
Mhm.
equally as you know, but like for different reasons, like just like you said. Um, I think I give it's tough to say it's funny because like I like each one, but I'm sticking with Tom Holland because he's gonna have the most his longevity of playing this character is gonna be way longer than both of them, and he started off younger playing this character, which is how it's supposed to be. Like
Mhm.
Peter is a kid,
Yeah.
and I know that these Andrew and Toby were playing this character as a high schooler, but um, it's a completely different feel. Like we actually got to see uh Tom Holland Spider-Man or Peter in school,
Yeah,
like a
we
lot.
saw him. We saw him grow up, dude.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the whole point. Like you got to see he's literally like a spider. He's evolving as a character. Um, which is the whole point. Like you see him through high school, you see him go to college, and you see him get his first his job, and you see him just grow up and become a leader.
Hmm.
Like that's why I like Tom Holland's character because the potential of that happening is very possible if he decides and Marvel figure out a way to keep him. It's endless. They could make the perfect Spider-Man.
I agree. It would. It's really cool to see him start off as a 15-year-old kid to getting to the point where he's married and having children and passing the torch on to another Spider-Man. That's like the complete it is a complete story of Spider-Man and Peter Parker that we haven't got yet, even though we've been watching Spider-Man for over 20 years.
You
But
know,
somehow
and
that
that
like,
and that's
story
still not
isn't
taken
complete.
away from
Right.
yeah, and that's still not taking away anything from Toby and Andrews because without their characters, none of this is even possible.
Right.
Or there's nothing for them to work off of
Mm-hmm.
and to figure out what works and like what should be in this and what should not be in it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? The fact that we didn't even get we didn't even get to see Tom Holland bit by a spider.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like
Or Uncle Ben dying, which is,
that too.
two things that are so important to the fucking story that they just skipped over.
Exactly.
Oh,
And yet
do you think
we
do you think we see that in the fourth movie?
there's a possibility. There's a big maybe.
Hmm.
Ooh, timeout.
Yeah.
Instead of him seeing Aunt May dying in the void, we get that uh
Uncle Ben
Ben Park.
flashback.
Uh, That'll be
Yo,
crazy.
that's a perfect time to introduce it.
That's like the one of the that like they gotta come on
Come on
cook.
now. Come on now. Well, we don't want to
Damn.
be completely involved in the projects, but we will give you ideas.
Facts.
We
It
just don't
doesn't
want
come
to
out to
take
the
the blame.
July.
Yeah.
You got time. um
uh,
yeah, but like yeah, man. I think yeah, so with the prediction wise though, I do agree with you. Symbiote, see that happening. Um we get we get Daredevil. We
yep.
have no like we have to. Um the Savage Hulk though, I'm assuming like there's rumors obviously that he's gonna be in it. I'm curious to see how if the Jean Grey thing is valid, then that would be a great way for them to bring back Savage Hulk.
Hmm.
Um, if that is the case. Um, but yeah, there's gonna be because that's that last shot of Peter or Spider-Man diving at the hand. There's definitely other characters there.
Yeah, it's see, it's interesting because that was the biggest reason why people thought that the other Spider people were in the movie because in the trailer, Lizard just gets kicked in the face by an invisible force.
Yeah,
So for them to
yeah.
make that same mistake twice, even though it's not like completely identical to what we saw years ago, I'm skeptical that they would make that same mistake, but at the same time, I definitely don't think that Spider-Man is just by himself fighting all of these villains, especially the
Yeah.
Hand. The Hand's not just one person; it's a
And
group.
no, and
So,
like think about it. Like Daredevil's definitely in that shot. You can't tell me otherwise because first off, the hand is tied to Daredevil,
yep.
and um, he's in New York, and he's a he's a great combat character. Like he knows how to. He's one of the best fighters
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And he's already been in a
and he
Spider-Man movie too, so why
exactly.
not?
So like exactly. So I could see those two for sure. Um, and then there's there's likely one more character. I don't see it being more than three. Um, but I don't see the Punisher diving off a building. Um, I'm trying to think of who else. I don't think it's the Hulk because Hulk will literally kill everyone.
Y-
Um,
if if
that would be
somehow
too much chaos.
yeah, I think the only way that it could work that Savage Hulk does come out, because you have to. Oh, there's so many things. Okay, so we're in New York. New York can't get that fucked up because there's just so many people living there. But at the same time, if you are introducing Hulk at his most angriest, you can't have him not deliver either. So I think in the small time span that dude is freaking out, that he really fucks shit up. But Jean Grey, Spider Man, Daredevil, and maybe even Punisher, they all work together very quickly to subdue that threat. I think that's the only way that kind of makes sense, that kind of satisfies, like, that would satisfy everybody. I don't know.
You know, it's see the only thing with me is that it's tough for me to see Jean and Hulk involved with a fight that includes Spider-Man and Daredevil or Daredevil is that they're too strong. They really are. Like
Mm,
they can't fight the hand at all because every single person will die,
yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
And uh it would unless it's like maybe Scorpion, but like because like if Jean Grey is telepathically controlling people, she could do that with the whole hand.
Mm-hmm.
And if Hulk could fight them by himself, um, so I don't know. It's tough for me to say. I really do. I don't think we're gonna get Hulk fighting anyone. I think it's gonna be him. Honestly, the Jean Grey thing is so act like it makes the most sense because maybe it's just Savage Hulk for a moment, like you
Mm-hmm.
said, and we get Savage Hulk, and he's not really like and a good person for him to be attacking is Spider-Man because he could reflect to it and
Mm-hmm.
like avoid it.
We will find out soon enough. This movie comes out like 4 months. So really, really not that long.
No, but I can't wait.
Yeah, bruh.
But at least in the
It's
meanwhile, we got Daredevil, and right after that is straight into the Punisher, and right after that, by the time we get to Spider-Man, will get here sooner than we know it because we're just gonna be. So technically, it's almost like a trilogy. We're getting Daredevil into Punisher into um, Spider-Man.
yeah.
It's like a rollout of grounded characters
Mm-hmm.
straight into this movie. And Punisher is in the movie, and Daredevil, he's in the
Yeah.
movie. So like, let's just be real. Um, and I already saw things about like when he was in the trailer when Spider-Man was getting the key that it wasn't Kingpin. Like Kingpin is no
Oh,
longer he's no longer the mayor. He
right.
can't be because A, he wasn't in that frame giving him the key, and two, I keep saying A and then two, but second, uh, Kingpin's against vigilante, so why would he even be giving him a key? So
Facts.
um, yeah, so I don't think, but I think by the end of Daredevil, he's gonna get dethroned of being the mayor. So yeah, I don't know what happens, but we'll see. Um, so that's why I do think Daredevil will also be in the movie because then at that point, New York is safe for heroes and vigilantes to be out.
Right.
And that's also why Punisher's out there driving a truck following a tank.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, that makes perfect sense. Cause yeah, if New York was cracking down on vigilantes, then the trailer that we got would not make sense.
yeah,
Because
literally.
there's just vigilantes running around everywhere. Even if Daredevil wasn't in that bitch, we know he's in that bitch. So
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, yeah, and then like even you got freaking Tarantula and Boomerang just over here fucking around throwing shit. So they're they're not free of all this. So
yeah,
Kingpin's not gonna let that happen. So yeah, I don't know.
I do like
So,
that. I think that is gonna be a three-parter. Daredevil is gonna tie into Punisher, and I think Punisher is gonna tie into Spider-Man too. Cause I think it's gonna
mhm,
give us perfect context as to like what Frank is doing, uh,
exactly.
at the beginning of the movie. And who knows? Maybe Jean Grey tries to contact Frank by the end of the Punisher special, and he's trying to break her
And
out or
that's what I'm
something.
saying. Like a lot of this is gonna tie in. I wouldn't be surprised if like in Daredevil, no, they can't. Because I heard something also that like Kingpin can't be in the Spider-Man movie or like involved with Spider-Man right now for some reason.
Oh,
Um,
is he a Sony character or a character
I think
owned
so,
owned
yeah.
by Sony? Oh shit! I didn't even think
Or
about
some
that.
there's something where he can't be in the movie or mentioned with Spider-Man, which is weird. It's weird because he's originally a Spider-Man villain.
Yeah.
He's like for some reason now he's a Daredevil villain. But uh
Hmm.
yeah, at some point I do want to see Spider-Man and Kingpin interact, you know,
Yeah.
because then he's really gonna be pissed
Yeah.
because he's already dealing with Daredevil, and there's another one.
Yeah.
But we need him and Spider-Man to interact because at some point it just makes the storyline that much better.
Yeah.
And like he's such a threat, and he's always around. So
Well, shit.
we shall see.
In the intro to Spider series, Kingpin kills Spider-Man.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like you don't just let some regular character kill off Spider-Man. Like
Mm-mm.
this is a big deal and a big dude.
Especially in that movie, bro. His head, yeah, that's wild. My favorite part is when they show the picture of him and his family, and like, bro, like he's like the whole background.
He is the
It's just,
frame.
yeah, yeah, this
But
shit is
did
bad
you?
funny.
I'm pretty sure I sent this video to you guys, but there was a video that I saw on Instagram where it's like it's a picture frame and like it's just black. But then you just put you
Yeah,
put the picture of Kingpin on there and it looks right, and then he just moves into a bigger one and it still
yeah,
fits perfectly.
yeah. That shit is hilarious, yo.
Dude, when I saw that
It's
movie for the first time, when they finally or when they eventually showed how big this nigga was, they showed him like right next to a limo.
yeah.
How did he fit in there? Yo,
Yeah, he's massive, bro. He's
he
massive. He can't go anywhere.
yo. Oh my god.
Mad funny. They're like watching back, like going back and watching it. It is hilarious every
It
single time.
it's
He's just like
so funny. Dude,
mad big, yo.
he's too big, bruh. And
Feel bad for his wife.
this nigga killed Spider-Man with his bare hands, and
Yeah,
it
and
makes
he's
perfect
human.
sense. He's a super
Yeah,
super
that's what
soldier.
I'm
He
saying.
has to be. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.